Hello, welcome to BioGreat TV. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss our next video. History of the Republic of Benin. The Republic of Benin, which was formerly known as Dahomey, is a country in West Africa. It has neighbors: Nigeria to the east, Togo to the west, Burkina Faso to the northwest, and Niger to the northeast. While Porto Novo is the capital city, the seat of government is in Cotonou, which is the country's largest city and economic capital. Its population stood at approximately 11.49 million as at 2018. French is the official language, while several other indigenous languages such as Fon, Bariba, Yoruba and Dendi are widely spoken. Christianity, specifically Roman Catholicism, is the largest religious group. Next to that is Islam, and then an indigenous religion known as Vodun. The most prominent regional power in the pre-colonial era is the Fon Kingdom of Dahomey. The kingdom lived from the 1600s until the late 20th century, when it was conquered by the French. The Kingdom of Dahomey grew to prominence, defeating many other tribal kingdoms with its well-organized army. It was also said to have had an all-female military unit that participated in its military campaigns. Their tales were spoken of in Europe, where they were called the Amazons of Dahomey. The economy of the kingdom was built on conquest and slave labor. It later got involved in slave trade, using war prisoners in exchange for European goods such as firearms, bayonet, and fabrics. In the 1750s, Dahomey was making about £250,000 yearly selling slaves to Europeans. Porto Novo, which means new port in Portuguese, was built as a port for slaves. For a period, the kingdom paid tributes to the Oyo Empire in present-day Nigeria after they were defeated by Oyo. Vodun was their major religion at the time, and a yearly rite was observed called the annual customs of Dahomey, which involved lots of sacrifices. When the kingdom was defeated by the French in 1892, it was made as part of the French colonial empire. By the 1850s, the Kingdom of Dahomey had begun to weaken, and it was no longer the strong regional power. It was at such a vulnerable period the French attacked and took over the area in 1892. By 1899, Dahomey was made part of the French West Africa and remained a colony of the French until 1960. In 1958, autonomy was granted the Republic of Dahomey by the French, and 2 years later, on the 1st of August 1960, it was granted full independence with Hubert Maga as the first president. Strife and conflict arising from ethnic differences plagued the country for the first 12 years after independence. Coups and regime changes were quite frequent, with political figures like Hubert Maga, Suru Apathy, and Justin Ahomadegbe, who represented different ethnic groups, dominating the political scene. 3 of them later agreed to form a presidential council in 1970, after violence disrupted the elections that year. The council did not last, as on the 26th of October 1972, it was overthrown by Lieutenant Colonel Matthew Kerekou. A military council of the revolution, CMR, was set up to govern the country. Kerekou changed the name of the country to the People's Republic of Benin in 1975. The name Benin was taken from the body of water the country lies on, the Bight of Benin, which itself was so named by the Europeans after the Benin Empire. Again in 1990, the name was adjusted to the Republic of Benin after a new constitution was adopted. When elections were held in 1991, Kerekou was defeated by Nicéphore Soglo. However, Kerekou returned to power after winning the 1996 elections. He also won another term in a keenly contested election in 2001. By the following election in 2006, Kerekou did not contest due to age and term limits. It was Yayi Boni who emerged victorious in an election that was hailed by international observers as free and fair. He succeeded at a re-election bid in 2011. In the March 2016 presidential elections, businessman Patrice Talon emerged victorious after the second round of voting, defeating former Prime Minister Lionel Zinsou. Benin is divided into 12 departments, which in turn are subdivided into 77 communes. The economy of Benin is largely dependent on agriculture. Cotton is the chief cash crop grown in the country and accounts for 40% of the nation's gross domestic product and roughly 80% of official export receipts. Its GDP was $10.35 billion in 2018. Benin has a vibrant and innovative music industry, often combining native folk music with French cabaret, Ghanaian highlife, Congolese rumba, and many other genres to produce a unique musical flavor. Internationally renowned singer Angelique Kidjo and composer Wally Badaru are from Benin Republic. The city of Cotonou is a top destination for tourists. It boasts of beautiful beaches lined with palm trees. The city is also home to the Penjari National Park, which is one of the leading animal reserves in Africa. Ouidah is another interesting city in Benin with a very rich history. It has fantastic museums which explore the region's past of slavery and voodoo. There are also beautiful beaches to explore in the city. Abomey was the proud capital of the ancient kingdom of Dahomey for about 300 years. Its royal palaces, though now in ruins, still retain huge historical value, and they have become UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Porto Novo, Sam and Kandi are other important places worth visiting in Benin. What have we missed out of this history? Let's know in the comment section. Will it be ridiculous to subscribe to our channel? If no, please like this video, share, and subscribe to our channel.